Lip pillows in, boys. Lip pillows in.
Yeah. Be the first case.
That's crazy.
Double deckers, baby.
Double deckers.
So I got 2 dots. 2 dots is this cracked?
Are you trying to stand the page up?
Oh, I lose? No. It's just all.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Christian Kuntz Podcast. I'm here with my boys Vinny and Trey. Today we have a very special guest, the dirtiest man I've ever met, Dirty Red Tyler Matakevich.
The dirtiest.
Yes, sir.
My boys.
He's actually not the dirtiest guy I've ever met. He's just got the nickname Dirty Red. You'll find out why. How many football players in the league from Connecticut?
Currently?
Yeah, or ever. Like
Ever?
Yeah.
I mean, shoot. Steve Young went to.
Oh, okay.
You know, I'm going back in the day. Dwight Freeney.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Terrence Knight and Pot Roast.
Oh, so you okay? So I was being a little disrespectful
I mean,
by.
there's a Aaron Hernandez.
Oh, that's right.
That's the second time he's come up on this show.
That is.
know.
That is. So you got some ball players.
You know, there's a few.
Maybe a little bit.
Dirty Red.
You got Dirty Red.
I saw
Dirty in the mix.
when I was doing my homework. I saw you had 2,400 yards in high school rushing.
Whoa, let's talk about it.
Is that true?
Run the rock a little bit.
Nah, I gotta
We
see
can
it.
run the rock a little bit.
You know what? I believe that because
Hey,
I was
Jesse,
going
do we
back.
need to move him closer? Can you pick him up? Just pull it closer to your mouth. Just a little
See,
bit.
you're learning. You grabbed it where?
Right here.
Yeah.
You told me right
yeah.
here.
See,
Gotta
he
grab it
knows.
right here.
He knows. Yeah.
Yeah, you'll get.
Yeah.
paused.
Give me your high school. Give me your high school lowdown. Like, were you the star player in high school? Did you start as a freshman?
I started as a freshman.
I saw you started as a freshman at Temple.
Yeah.
Really?
First
I
Temple.
did. Started as a freshman. I went to a little like Catholic high school.
Okay.
Next town over. Grew up. My pops was like a coach there.
Okay.
Like growing up. So ever
Oh,
since
hell
like
yeah.
a young age, I was always around. Me and actually my quarterback Joe Dell. His dad was a head coach. So like we
wow.
were just always around the team since I could remember.
Okay.
And then we went there. And then at that high school, man, we sort of tore it up a little bit. We got like, I mean, I know everyone knocks Connecticut, you know, but we had 2 state championships while we were there. Like a lot of my boys that went there, they all went there for like sports and stuff. So
It was one of those schools
it
where
was one of
people
those,
transferred
one of those
in.
schools, yeah.
Don't sleep now. He also played baseball.
I know. I was
you
reading.
Yeah, we could swing a little bit, hit some dingers, you know.
Now, you
We'll
know we
got
got an
all-around
all-star pitcher
athlete.
in here right now.
We got a wiffle ball all-star right here.
Yeah,
Hall of Fame.
Hall of Fame.
Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Come
Hall of
on.
Fame wiffle baller. I'm dead
Pitcher?
serious.
Yeah,
What
he
you
really
doing?
is, dude.
You're a slugger, pitching,
Pitcher, dude. He's a highlight tape.
bro. Highlight tape. Come
We'll
on.
send it to you, bro.
Hey, he
Come
got
on.
99 Ks is what I heard.
Yeah.
Did you travel? Did you travel?
He travel.
Come on.
You retired. Were you a 3-sport athlete? Did you play? You played. You didn't play hoops.
No. I was in the. See, I did have. I felt like I had a pivotal role in hoops because I was the ringleader in the crowd. You know what I mean?
That is-
Dude, that is pivotal.
So like,
that is pivotal.
we were rowdy.
What was your go-to?
Yeah.
Oh gosh, we would do our homework. So this was probably the craziest
them.
thing.
I like this. I
We
like
would do
this.
our homework, and it was in the conference like tournament. We're playing Stanford, and we found out that one of the dudes on the other team had a home invasion charge.
Oh my god.
Whoa.
So he did it like his sophomore year, and he was a senior. So we started like a home invasion chant. Let me just say, like the parents on the other squad did not like that. Oh my god! We thought they had police on the court and stuff because people were starting to get a little like too rowdy. But like
You started that, didn't
That's
you?
what we started. That's what we would do. We would do our homework. You know what I mean?
I like that. I ain't gonna lie. That's
So
crazy.
that was important. You know, that was important being up there in the student section.
For sure.
100%, dude.
For
You
sure.
know?
You can
High
make
school
some.
student section's ruthless, dude.
Ruth.
I got some stuff chanted at me that wasn't.
Can I tell you
What was
the
the
funniest
worst?
one?
What was the worst thing they said to you?
Peters Township. I wasn't even fat. Peters Township. I wasn't. Peters Township chanted at me, 4 is fat. 4 is fat. And like I literally wasn't fat, dude. I was like, I was muscular. Like, I was muscular.
Can I tell you the one that
I
happened
was
to me?
pissed. And then my friends all started calling me fat.
Did you take it personal?
I did. That pissed me off. And I've missed both free throws.
So, first of all, you missed
so
no free
funny 'cause
throws.
it's such
Yeah,
like
Why'd
a.
you can't miss the free throws after though.
They were in my head.
They're
Bro,
free.
that's such like a stupid thing to like chant.
Bro, bro. They did me crazy at Derry High School. There was only 3 black kids on the team. The rest of them were white. They called us meatball hoagie.
Oh.
I lost it. I started laughing. I thought it was
That's
funny.
good, yeah,
that was a
that's
good
good.
one. It was a good one.
Wow.
It was a good one. They were like meatball hoagie. Then I dunked on somebody. And was like, shh.
Yeah.
Would you let them have it, the crowd?
Oh
After you did
yeah,
something?
I was a shit talker, bro. Like,
Talking?
I'm a good kid off the field, and you'll notice about me. I love talking shit to Christian because that's one of my favorite people to talk shit to. But I feel like
Honestly,
you're a shit
don't
talker
mean to
too.
interrupt. That's one of my favorite things to do.
It's the best
But
thing ever.
I don't know why I get like.
Yeah,
it's just like the best feeling. You know.
Yeah, that's fine. Because I give it right back.
I know you do.
I give it right back. I try to.
Try.
I was
What do you
talking.
say to Christian? I want to know. Like, what's some shit that you be barking at Christian when y'all at practice?
We need to just create a
Bruh.
segment on this show because we talk about trash talk a lot. We need to like figure out something. I didn't mean to interject. I'm interested
no.
to see what you say to this guy, but you guys are interested in
There-
shit talk,
I am.
like trash talk.
It's endless. It's
like
endless
an
in
art.
the locker room.
Guys don't stop.
Right.
It's constant too. Like they'll be talking shit on like the field, then
Yes.
they come off in the locker room, and it's
Talking
in the locker room, wherever you are. If you're in the building, you're talking shit,
Yeah.
and like I mean, but that's what you love. That's what you love about it.
Yeah.
you
Got
know
to.
what I mean. You love
Got to.
that. Like,
Got to.
Yeah, we feel like we like working here, dude. Like we are a team.
Yeah.
And like it's hard. I've never in my life had a work environment where like I could actually treat it like that, where you can say those things and know that like
You're not
it's
gonna get in
just
trouble.
part of
Yeah,
it.
it's
Like
part
they're
of
gonna
it.
give it back to you. So like I love the fact that like our team is like that because I miss that from sports. I don't think you can get it anywhere outside of sports usually.
You really can't. That's why we talk shit to Jesse all the time.
And he gives it back.
Hey, want to boo him?
Yeah.
It's been a while. Boo.
Boo.
He thinks we'll boo. We just boo him.
I don't think it was good enough. We just one more.
Yeah, one more.
All right.
Get off the
Dude, I
mic.
thought we were playing boo.
We should play boo.
I mean, you're
He
right.
brought the cards. They ain't. I see
You did
that.
not bring the cards.
I always got the car.
Oh my gosh.
I
he
always got
traveled
the
with
cards.
We're not playing boo. We had enough of boo for right
Come
now.
on.
You must have
He,
lost
he
a lot.
you know, they allegedly a couple weeks ago they called him the Boo Master. That's what they said.
Dude.
That's what they said. They called him the Boo Master.
Boo man, boo master. It really is you.
I mean,
Yeah, this is the second person. who said
Because
this.
I know how to finesse it. I'd get booed on purpose, gets the pot up, then everyone gets scared, and then you come in and you get it.
Oh, okay.
That's
I don't
what
know if it works that way, but
It
it
does
sounds
not
good.
work that way. It works that way for Rel.
man, you can't. Some guys you can play with. Some
Yeah.
guys you just can't play.
Talk to me about it. Tell me why.
Ugh.
You
I mean, instigating. You start a game at like. See, we got some guys that like to just keep it mellow, $20 a game, you know. And other guys come in, they're like,
40.
man, we got to up it 40, and the next thing you know, it's at 100 a game.
Nah, y'all start
So
getting
then,
crazy.
like, and then it's just it goes
fake
from
money,
there.
right?
It's fake, yeah. It's fake money, but it's
Fake
just-
money, yeah.
Monopoly
Monopoly
money.
money.
Monopoly.
That's what I
Monopoly.
like to say.
It's gonna get slippery.
Yeah.
Man, how often do you win, actually?
I mean, everybody has their like. It's up and down.
Comes in
What-
waves.
yeah, whatever.
Comes in waves.
Yeah, it's a wave game. You might go a plane ride or a whole night and not win a hand, but then the next day you might get hot.
Can you explain me the rules of Boo Man so for the crowd? Because I feel like we hear about this a lot.
Yeah.
But especially on this show, because he's the Boo Man. That's what I hear. Oh my
God.
That is what I hear. I don't know if it's true, but I just want to know the rules of this. How does this work?
So you're playing Boo. We get like 5 cards.
Okay.
Each person gets 5 cards, and out of those 5 cards, you got to flip one over. And once you flip it over, like that's like the suit.
Okay.
So then you got to keep. You're trying to keep like that many cards, like whatever you have in that suit.
Yeah.
Some people like to keep aces in other suits. You know what I mean?
Right.
Trying to get a book. And then once you play it out, who's ever left, you just got to like follow suit. And
If you don't win
like
a book,
if you don't win a book, then you get booed.
Oh.
So by getting booed, you got to match the pot.
Oh.
So when we were saying you playing like $100 Monopoly, if there's 5 people, pot's 500.
You thought
and
Monopoly
then-
money.
If you get booed, it's 1,000. Next thing is 1,000, and then it's going from there.
Oh, man. I'm not playing with y'all.
Yeah. It
I don't want to play Monopoly
but
with y'all.
that's just
That's-
certain people.
yeah.
Certain people come in, they like, we got to do this. It's just like, hey man, we're just having fun. You know? I'm not trying to do. I'm not trying to break your pockets. You know what I mean?
I
We're
like the
just trying to have a little fun.
$5, $10 games,
Yeah.
like friendly games where you could, the pot still gets up,
It still does.
but these certain guys get in there and start demanding to play for more.
Who's the best you know of? I got to know.
I don't think there's a way to like determine who the
It's
best
like luck
at Boo
based,
is.
right?
It's like luck the cards you're getting, but I don't know. I guess there is strategy with dropping. Like you can drop and forfeit your hand, but then like if us four were playing, I'd hope that all three of you stayed, so at least they could get a push, so I don't lose. Just sacrifice my $10 Monopoly money that I put in.
I get you.
There's levels.
Some
to
people
it. just
just don't got limits. So they'll just keep going. And
yeah, nah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, I
Like,
get you. I
those
get you.
people, it's like, what am I supposed to do? You know? He's going to stay in.
gonna stay in
I
regardless.
got to get out.
Take my ball and go home.
Yeah. Take it off the chin.
I feel like it doesn't matter what you know, once you guys get to like that level of competitiveness, like I feel like you guys could literally go into like an, visiting team, win a game, get on a plane, 4-hour flight back, lose, like not win one game, and be just as mad as if you guys would have lost on the field. Like that's how competitive I feel like everyone that you've talked to in here is.
Yeah, dude, dudes will compete over anything in there.
I've seen
It's all
yeah.
They're flipping dollars.
Like I've seen like heads or tails.
Yeah.
Guys will have cards. They're just going like red or black, like high low. My
guys all have
favorite, one of my favorites used to be Rosie Nix, who was a Steeler. That's my dog. He used to on the plane all the time. He would just have he would usually do it with like $100 bill, and he'd be like, if you could grab the $100 bill, you put it like your hands right here. You couldn't grab it yet. He would just drop it. He's like, if you catch it, it's yours. If not, you owe me $100. And he would just for however long the flight was. If it was an hour, he was trying to get as many people for an hour. If it was 2 hours, like once you saw him start walking around, looking at people, seeing who was sitting where.
That's funny, dude.
He probably got everybody. Like everybody everyone thinks you think you can catch it.
And then, like you said, like everyone is so competitive. So like guys are like, man, I could do that. And then after a couple times, they're getting pissed. And you're watching it, and you just watch him laughing. He's watching them getting mad.
He's waiting all day.
Oh yeah, he's like, ooh, I got him right where I want him.
Listen, that's crazy. Y'all flipping quarters just to see heads or tails.
Who's the guy on the team right now that like you can't even get on the plane or the bus and they're pulling out the cards like.
I feel like it's him, bro. I just seen the cards in his
Yeah,
pocket.
I was gonna say that's why.
Right there.
He literally brought the cards with him.
I was gonna say, is this like a team thing where you guys all just talk about this? So like,
You just never know. You know what I'm saying? Like you just never know.
Keep that thing up.
Dude, you could boo anywhere.
I have a game that I used to carry around with me in my pocket. It's in my office right now.
What is it?
Should I go grab it?
Yeah, you should.
All right, you guys keep talking. I'll be back.
Yeah, I got a question though.
wait to
What's the most embarrassing loss you've seen somebody like take? Like whether it be you got it like they do it. It could be a dare. It could be they
I
have
feel
to put up crazy money or something.
I feel like the money comes and goes. Like everyone has their day where they lose a good amount of money or big money, but
Like somebody shaving their head or something.
I haven't seen any of that. I owe Boz 20 push-ups since training camp, and like he'll just be like randomly, we'll in the team meeting room, hey, I need a push-up.
Just one,
Just one. So like I'm down to 11 push-ups now. Like I've already given him 9. But like I'll be on the plane. He'll be like, "Hey, I need a push-up," and I'll have cards in my hand. I'll have to get down there. I have to give him a push-up.
That's crazy. No, that's actually crazy.
So like I owe some push-ups.
So you might have the most embarrassing loss at this point.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
probably.
All right.
That I know of.
Just confirm.
What game did you go get right now?
You guys ever play Pass the Pigs?
No.
I have no idea what that is.
You guys don't know what Pass the Pigs is?
No.
Nobody knows what this is.
This is why I always carried this game around because this was always the reaction. But I thought by now, like,
What is?
so it's this game. It's got 2 little piggies in here.
This is absolutely absurd. You got
And so like there's scoring cards and it's like kind of like, die. Like you like throw the pigs, pass the pigs. And then so I got 2 dots. 2 dots is
this craps?
with
pigs?
Are you trying to stand the pig up?
Oh, I lose. No. This is called a cider, and I'd get 1 point. And then I'd say, okay, so I got 1. Your roll.
You're rolling pigs.
What happens if I get standing
This is
up?
the most Elizabeth
Is that
Ford
what-
shit I've ever seen in my
there's
entire life.
Rolling pigs.
So this is like dice, but we're just rolling pigs,
Or passing pigs.
passing pigs.
That's 1 point. That's a cider. So Trey, you're up.
right.
Bro, I'm not playing with these pigs, bro. What is this?
I've never seen this game. I've never even heard of this game.
Okay, explain to me the full game before I roll
It's
these
just
pigs.
different ways that they land. Like
How do you win? How do you win?
I think it's whoever gets to a certain number first. We used to just do it, like
Yeah, you should keep that one at home.
Is this like a Pittsburgh
Dude,
game?
you get a double.
No.
This ain't.
Is
Don't
that-
do that.
is
Don't
that
do
like
that.
a
Don't do
Pittsburgh?
that. That's a
Dude,
Connecticut
you
thing,
get
if anything.
Dude, you get a leaning jowler. It's 60 points.
What the hell
you
is
get
a leaning
double
jowler?
leaning jowler. That's a snouter.
Bro,
40
we're not.
points.
No way that's
keep that
really
game
in
in
the
your
rules.
pocket.
You making a snouter.
He said, keep that game in your pocket.
Listen,
That's
dude,
crazy.
Take your ball and go home.
it's gonna lead to a sponsorship. Pass the pigs.
Keep that game in your pocket. Put that back. Maybe go take it back to the office. We're not rolling pigs anymore.
They were ahead of their time, dude. They knew like
They did. That is smart.
Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah.
All
I
right,
guess.
let's get in. Let's get in after we
All right, what were
found
you guys
out Dirty
talking about?
Red.
You guys are like undefeated or something.
Yeah, we are undefeated. Wow, we are 3-0. We'll talk about it. It's a great feeling. And obviously, you win 2 games on the road. We come win the home opener. 3-0. I think the last time we were 3-0 was 2020 here, when we were like 12-0. I remember
What happened?
we lost to Washington, then went up to Buffalo and lost.
You were in Buffalo.
He was in Buffalo at
I was
that
in
time.
Buffalo.
That was your first year there.
That was my first year there, 2020.
2020.
Yeah, that was a bizarre year though.
Yeah.
Like I just felt so weird.
That was
Yeah, bro.
COVID year, right?
No one was
COVID
in
year.
there. Yeah.
Yeah,
Was it like
no
multiple
fans.
scrimmages? That's what I thought. I
What
felt
do you
like.
mean, like how the games were?
Yeah, bro. It just felt like a
yeah.
scrimmage.
Like when you were out there, like I felt like before they were just trying to learn like how are we gonna do this? Are we gonna play music or crowd noise like during the game? And I mean like correct me if I'm wrong. Like it felt like sometimes like in the very beginning you could hear the echoes in the stadium.
Yeah, I remember.
So like you said a scrimmage like that's really what it felt like. It was a practice.
Always.
Like just like a joint
Joint
practice.
practice.
Because like nobody would, you could hear the other coaches are coaching the whole play, like telling guys like, "Hey, watch out for this route," or like, "You got to do this," and
you
they
could
could
hear
hear
it.
it clear as day.
That's
Crazy.
crazy.
Because
Dude, that
there's
was
no
one of my.
fans.
I hated watching games that year when they
So
would
ass.
pump that fake crowd noise in. It would
Yeah.
drive me nuts, dude. Like I couldn't stand that sound because I'm like, I know it's fake, so like it's just like white noise at some point.
Oh
where
yeah,
you're just
Yeah,
like,
sure.
So what are some other like wild things that fans didn't see or like nobody else probably really knows about that only you guys would know in those COVID games? Because there had to be some shit. going
COVID
down.
tests?
Like what was up?
Well,
Like, what's some behind the
To
scenes?
start with the COVID tests, like, first of all, the COVID year was crazy because that's when they increased the practice squad. So, if you wanted to get elevated now, obviously they could sign a guy Tuesday, he could be elevated and play this week. During COVID, that guy, if they signed him off the street, he had to have 3 negative COVID tests before he was even allowed in the building. So, like, they were carrying guys. Like, for me, I feel like COVID saved me a little bit because they wanted all specialists on the practice squad because if you lose a specialist,
Yeah,
you're
you're
really
in trouble.
screwed. Then you got to have 3 negative tests, and if that's happens on a Friday or a Thursday, you're done.
Right.
So the change of that with allowing guys to be on the practice squad because you needed them to be have negative tests. That was a huge difference in calling players up. But from the game standpoint, like we said, the crowd noise was crazy. I was in a box a lot of the games. Like the P squad was in the box; they weren't on the sideline, and like you could hear from like our window was open in the box, and you could hear like some of the communication going on from the box.
That's crazy.
Like it was wild. And then the hits, obviously, like you could hear it. Like the hits are brutal, dude. Like,
Yeah.
This dude saw the guy off in Denver last week. I was behind him. I mean, you heard it. And then he didn't celebrate, and we got to talk about that. I was kind of devastated.
Oh, devastating. Knew
Why not?
something happened.
I saw it happen. He was in front of me. Returner kind of tried getting to the field, and he's full-blown
Hustling.
dude going. He's going. And all of a sudden, like his timing and the returner's timing were perfect. He sawed him off, and I'm like skipping behind him. I'm like, and like he just got up and like he wasn't screaming. Normally he's like screaming, like
Losing my
talking
mind.
shit. Yeah,
Blacking out. You
Yeah,
made
yeah.
a big play, you just lose your mind.
But
you
he's
don't even
not-
know what you're doing.
He's not saying anything, and he's just like kind of crawling up. And he gets up, and I'm like, yo, like, and he's nothing. And then just jogs off, and then he unfortunately got hurt.
Oh
The
man.
hammy. The
Hammy.
Have you ever
Right
done a
away.
hammy before? Is
Nah,
that-
that was my first one.
What's it feel like?
I mean, it just felt like it was
You
a
got
cramp. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that, it just felt like it was like a jolt, like a Charlie horse almost.
Right.
But, like, I knew it was in my calf. I mean, my hammy. And the only thing I've ever done is a calf.
Mhm.
So, like, I was just basing it off of,
Yeah.
like, that
What you
feeling.
felt?
And, like, just
It
right
happened
away.
during the hit or like,
Like literally, like, as, like, I hit the dude. Like, and I've made hundreds, thousands of tackles, you know what I mean, since I was a little kid. never happened. It was just same foot, same shoulder, just launch at the perfect time. And Hammy just sort of, Hammy went. But we did go back out there.
He did. He was back out there.
I went back out there for like 3 plays. Wasn't doing much, but we still went back out there.
Yeah. You protected on punt. He's next to me on punt. He
Okay.
I was like, just protect. Don't worry about
just
it.
protect.
So you got that kick step down.
Got the kick step down. The only thing you were asking me earlier, is there anything I say to Christian, like at all? Like the only thing I tell him is don't step on my feet, because when he's snapping the ball, snappers sometimes they like to get their feet wide.
Yeah.
So I was always on the right side, so my left foot always got stepped on, and now I'm on the left side, so my right foot sometimes gets stepped on.
Crazy.
But
He charges.
yeah, I charge a fee. There's a fee. You step on my foot, it's $25.
Isn't that crazy?
So there's like a tally, there's a running tally.
You guys have a problem.
Oh, absolutely. And then that usually gets taken off of the cards tally. You know what I mean? The amount that he's due. You know what I mean?
He said he owes you 50 right now.
Well, from the footstep, it was one day. It was a walkthrough, and I stepped on his foot twice.
Oh, yeah, and I would rather you
live.
honestly sort of hit me in the face than step on my feet.
Bro, it hurts.
Dude, that is the worst.
Like
That's the worst.
if there's a pet peeve, that's my pet peeve. I hate when people out there.
Here's the hardest thing about that, though. It's like you can have as much muscle as you could possibly think of, right? But your feet ain't got no muscle, bro.
Base
So
to the
like,
top of the foot doesn't feel good.
bro, my toes look crazy because I had a lineman step on my big toe. And it was so painful. Like it makes you immediately mad. Like I'm not even mad at you. I know you didn't do it on purpose, but I want to punch you in your face.
It's like when you're a kid and the Razor scooter hits your shin. It's
yes.
you have no one to be mad at, but it's like if someone's next to you, they might get punched.
That's crazy you said that, because that's how I would compare it. That's the best thing to compare it to. When someone steps on your toe, that's like that shin in the Razor scooter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not a fan.
Yeah, we punt. Everyone's all tangled up in there like it's a mosh pit in the center. It's on accident. So the fact that there's a fee is crazy. The fact that there's a fee that I step on your foot is crazy. But I'm honoring it. I'm honoring it.
We're just thinking the numbers. I'm like 6 inches from him, like half a foot. So it's like if he's going straight back. There's 6 inches. You know what I mean? Snapper's supposed to go straight back. I don't know why they like to go to a side, but hey, I'm not a coach. Not yet.
You got a nice side business going there. Do you have any marketing for it? We could help you out with some social media for this.
For the side business, stepping on his feet.
Yeah.
Come on. Come on, maybe I'll bring a little attention and get you taking it serious.
Are you a long snapper that doesn't like to go straight back after the snaps? We have something for you.
A $25 fee.
He's still paying. What's your real tally right now? How many times you step on his feet?
Since training camp?
Yeah.
Probably 10.
Anytime.
This is a legitimate business. You got to pay taxes on this business.
You got to.
Like anytime we have a punt period, dude, his foot's getting stepped on once. So anytime I'm practicing, it's at least 20. I know I'm losing $25.
At least
off rip.
Without even practicing, I know I'm losing. If we have punt, I know I'm losing $25.
Dude, you need to establish a counter. What can you find other people for?
If I pick for him, if I knock his man off him and he goes down and makes a tackle, he owes me a honcho.
100.
Okay, so
he gets your leg back.
Yeah, he gets it back.
I get it back.
Okay.
It's crazy though. I don't think he picked for me once the first 2 games. You know what I mean? We won't go there.
My set was to the right.
Told him to go the other. I know.
My set was to the right.
Come on.
Answer this question though, Christian. So you came in here saying your neck hurt.
Oh, yeah.
And
I'm being
you're also known to be an All-American linebacker too. This is a known thing, right? This is a known thing.
Back in college.
Mr. Pittsburgh.
But now
In college.
he's a long snapper. He gets in there and makes a play. Proud of my man.
Yeah.
Clap it up.
Yeah.
Great play.
Great play.
Great play.
Great play. But then you come off the sideline. My neck. I want to know what you say, Tyler. Tell him what you say, Big Red. I want to know.
Man, the first thing I saw him, he was letting everybody know before he walked off the field.
Yeah.
He wasn't even off the field, and he probably told 5 people.
I did.
You like that? Like that's one, baby. You like that? That's one. I think at one point he was talking shit to Mike T. Yeah. Mike T. know. I'm him.
I went to find him. I was pointing at him.
And then he had a mark on his neck too from the hit. So he's telling everyone, man, that was a huge hit. Everybody, Doc, Danny, he's telling Danny, shut up. Like I gotta tackle him. You know what I mean?
Danny's like, quit licking yourself.
Yeah, stop licking
You
yourself.
got a whole game.
Look at him. He's still over there.
Yeah.
It was like 2 quarters later. And Danny just turns to him and he's just like, look at him over there, happy, licking himself because he made a tackle.
Funny, dude.
And he's like, I did.
Yeah, but then it's never as good as you think it is. Then I go back and watch the film, and it's like, dude, I didn't really hit him how I wanted to hit him. Right? I kind of like fell
on him. Right after they play it, I go up to him. He was just like, man, I shouldn't have said anything. He was like, I didn't get him good.
Dude, I thought I got him good. I thought I whacked him. Like it felt like I did. Like it was like a crunch. Like, and then I watched the film and I was like, oh.
In his defense, you know how it is. Like when you're out there, your adrenaline's running.
Yeah.
And especially if you get in on a play, you're like, oh man, like it was a good one. You're all fired up. But realistically, you don't know what the heck's going on.
Eye in the sky
at the
never
moment.
lie.
You know?
Yeah.
Eye in the sky does not lie.
Dude, that's funny as hell.
Yeah, and
you
then
really
the-
are
the-
just like one of us out there.
Yeah, and then the camera angles that we have that you could see the film that you can see, like you can see every detail from the film.
Hold on. You got different angles.
Hold on.
Different angles.
Hold on, because that just made the name Rare Civilians so much
bro.
more special because you really be out there. Like, this is blowing my mind. This is really messing me up.
You got a nickname?
Just the way, like, yes.
Oh, yes, right there, the Rare Civilian.
Yeah, you might have missed that while you were in Buffalo. That's maybe a.
Yeah, rare civilian.
Wait, say that again.
A rare civilian. Yeah, but
He's about to. Hey, when you get back to practice this arms, like, you know.
nah,
That's
he knows.
crazy.
He knows.
That's crazy.
He knows. He's had a bunch of tackles in his life. Talk about it. You're only freshman to have 100 tackles at Temple. Then you led the team in tackles your whole career. What the hell defense were you running? Were
It's
you
a
even
lot of
playing?
tackles.
Were you just allowed to do whatever you wanted?
I sort of had some free range out
Yeah,
there.
you had to have.
They
That boy
let
was
me run
Troy.
sideline to sideline. I'm not gonna lie, we had a good team while we were at Temple.
10-3 your last year?
Yeah, last year we went like 10-3.
wow.
Regular season we were 10-2.
Okay.
We beat Penn State. That was the first time that Temple was beat Penn State, and I think it was 4 years.
Wow.
Or something like
Dang.
that. We had 10 sacks.
10 sacks?
We had
Who's
10
their quarterback
sacks.
that year?
It was Hackenberg.
Oh, that was right after the situation.
Yep.
All
Yep,
right.
After they went through their little thing.
Little
over there,
thing. I ain't
you
gonna
know.
talk about it because
Yeah,
Fryman was
yeah.
your teammate, but we can talk about it
You
because I
know.
love to
You
talk
know.
about shit.
Right.
Okay,
You
I'm
know.
just saying.
Right.
I'm gonna leave it alone.
It'll be the rest of the episode.
Was that at Penn State you beat them?
It was in Philly. So
Okay.
like if like people don't know, like being at Temple, you play in the Link where the
Yeah.
Eagles play.
Okay.
So like that was like real cool. But like early on, we weren't senior year, we finished the regular season 10-2, but
Right.
early on our sophomore year, I think we went 2-10. We had Matt Rule. He was our head coach at the time. We went 2-10. It was his first year.
Oh,
So
wow.
just to like take it from like 2-10, we went 6-6 to like 10-2.
Right.
Like, and we went from like there might be like maybe like 20,000 people at the game like early on,
Right.
and then like senior year we sold it out.
That's
It was
crazy.
them,
For real?
it was Notre Dame. It was crazy.
That
Yeah,
is
senior
crazy.
year was sort of crazy there. But like from that team though, I want to say like there was like 8 or
Right.
9 guys on our defense that were in the league.
Oh, that's crazy.
From like that same defense, like you had like Hassan Reddick,
Oh,
Oh,
he was
wow.
a first round draft pick. There was a cornerback, Tavon Young. He was in Baltimore. Matt Ioannidis, he was a big D tackle. He got a couple deals in
You guys
Washington.
were loaded.
Yeah. We had, and then a couple buddies are still up in Canada playing.
That's crazy.
We had our offense. We had PJ Walker,
Yeah.
quarterback. We had Chosen Anderson, Robbie Anderson.
Oh,
was
yeah.
that wide
Wow.
receiver.
Wow.
Yeah.
You guys were deep.
Yeah. No, we had a good team.
That's crazy for Temple. Not
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
No,
being
yeah.
Not knocking, but it is
No,
crazy.
no. It was really crazy, man. Like that experience was sort of unique because it was really like college ball is different now.
Right.
And it's just completely changing with this whole NIL
Right.
deal and stuff. And honestly, like good for them. Like shoot, honestly, like there wasn't nothing we could do when we were when we were there,
I don't even want to talk about
you
it.
know, like I ain't like we could be petty if we want and be bitter about it, but it's like, man, like let these young bucks do.
You're getting paid right
do
now,
the thing.
bud. I'm not.
I want to get petty there too.
I'm petty as shit. What do you mean?
That was so perfect, dude.
Yeah,
That's fair.
that's fair.
All right, he's got me
I'm
there.
petty as hell.
He's got me there. But you know, like we would have probably crushed it if we had that NIL. You know what I'm saying? We
That's
would
why
have
I'm
crushed
petty.
it. Yeah, we would have crushed it.
Yeah, you'd have probably been pulling in way more
Like-
recruits from the Philly area, good ball players
Oh,
to go
man.
to Temple because it's like, damn, they're selling out the
Man.
rink.
Yo, facts.
Which is-
like it was crazy. And shoot, we had like college game day come to Philly when we played Notre Dame. We were
that's
both
wild.
we were
So
both undefeated.
Did Matt Rule go from there to Baylor?
Yeah, so he went from Temple to Baylor, and it's crazy too because Rule was really the one who recruited me to go to Temple.
Okay.
Like, that's really how I ended up at Temple. I went
Okay.
to I had to go to a prep school, Milford Academy, and like
I had
upstate
some
New York.
teammates that went there.
Yeah, and shoot, anybody that went up there, they'll tell you like it's literally just 55 football players. Like that's it. Like that's the school. You're in like an old elementary school
Yeah.
almost.
I heard
It's
about that.
3 floors. Everyone, that's where you live. You go to school there, and then you got to walk up to practice. You got to walk through like a cemetery.
That sounds like a detention center.
Yeah, no, it's great. Like it's right. Like it's like the school, a graveyard, and then the field. So, like,
Damn.
So it's like Latrobe.
yeah, like yeah. I mean.
Well,
Honestly,
Latrobe.
I would take Latrobe. Latrobe is nice compared to
Latrobe's
Milford
nice,
Academy.
yeah.
Man.
Like you make it out of Milford Academy, it's one of those things where you're like, oh yeah, this dude's a tough dude. Like,
what
this
did-
dude's a dog.
What did you do? Like, I mean, dude, that's a drag. Like,
Yeah,
how did you get through that?
man.
Did you want to go, or was it more your parents pushed you to go and like, hey, this is how you're going to get a scholarship to the next level, or
Shoot,
whatever?
nah, that was really. So I always wanted to play football. I wanted to go like D1. That was always like the
Right.
goal. You know, you're young and stuff. And I had opportunities to go like D1 AA or like D2 in Connecticut and stuff. But it was just my goal. You know what I mean? My
Right.
dream to try to go D1. And when I was at prep school, Rule actually found me up there. Well, like that was like what I had to do was go to prep
Yeah.
school. And like it's actually crazy because you brought up baseball. Like I thought I was going to play baseball in college.
Oh, wow.
low-key. Just because like schools were like, hey, they knew I wanted to play football, but they were like, hey, if you decide to play baseball, like let us know,
Right.
because like we'll get you right,
Right.
for baseball. But I was like, man, it's football, so I had to go to prep school having no offers, like Division I.
Wow.
And then when Rule was an assistant coach, he found me up there, brought me up to Temple. But then I was sort of sick because right when I went to Temple, he went to the Giants my freshman year. So he wasn't even in, you know what I mean?
yeah.
Like he stuck his neck out.
See, I
for
knew
me.
it, man. He recruited
Yeah.
me too. He tried to say, I'll be here forever. That man left right after.
Oh man, and like I understand that business, but
Yeah.
it is like that college ball business. How like
Oh, it's
coaches,
real, man.
You never want to go to a school for a coach because
They're
like
leaving.
they'll leave in a heartbeat.
100%.
Like you know what I mean? Like they're not there for you. Like respectfully, like
They ain't loyal to
Like,
you.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
just reality.
they're trying to get to that next
Right.
job, that next dream job.
So at what point at Temple did you realize like, shit, I have a chance to go into the league? Like, was there a time after your sophomore year or something like that where teams were like, yo, this linebacker's making 100+ tackles a year, you might have a chance. When did that hit? Like you were like, holy shit, I might have a chance to go to the league.
Bro, I remember that moment because it was after my freshman year. We were watching the draft, so
Okay.
it's going into sophomore year, and it was a tackle from the Giants at the time. Name will come to me, but he went first round tackle. And when we played against him, I was going up against him the whole game. He was at Syracuse. I had we had like 15 tackles against him.
Oh, wow.
And that was just like, eating.
Yeah.
And that was where I really realized, like, man, like, I got a chance to do it.
this.
Like, if I'm doing that against this dude, he just went first round. I was like, yo.
Easy
like,
work.
Yeah, I could do it. And that was it wasn't until that moment that I saw, like, the dude get drafted first round and, like, they're showing when they get drafted, they're showing highlights.
Right.
And I see highlights versus Temple. And I'm like, man, like, that dude couldn't block me. You know what I mean? I was like, that dude can't block me. And shit, the rest was really history. After that, just really never looked back.
Yeah, you went stupid your senior year, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Man.
Dumb.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you won almost every award you could win for a defensive guy.
Man, it was crazy. And, like, I know, like, like, that team, like I was saying before, that team was crazy. We had playmakers everywhere.
Right.
But, like, with that being said, they're out there making plays, and our defense, the way it was set up, it would just let me just sideline to sideline.
That's
Like, I
crazy.
was literally it was like see ball, get ball.
That's the best.
And, like, just Like it's crazy. Just like coaches, they harp on like running to the ball and like these little details, but honestly, that's all I was really doing. Like I was catching like tip picks. Like you were making the play, like great defense play. I was just running to the ball, and the ball's right there. Just so happened to catch it. You know what I mean? But like just continuing to do that all the time. Like I mean, shoot, it really paid off.
Did you go to the combine? Were you
I went to the combine. I hated the combine though.
Okay, say why?
Yeah,
how
I
you
think the
said
combine.
Pat talked about it a little bit.
Yeah, like like growing up, you think like, yo, I gotta go to the combine. That would be awesome. Go meet all these like teams and stuff. But for an entire weekend, you're just I feel like they're just setting you up like to fail. Like they'll keep you.
Trying to find a reason not to.
Yeah, like guys will have meetings. Like you'll meet with a coach or a teams. You'll have meetings all day and stuff like that. And then you might have like you got to get medical evaluations, and you'll have MRIs all night and stuff like that. Next thing you know, I remember there's a couple of us. We went to go see our like training coaches before we were actually working out in the field. It was like midnight. Like by the time we got there, it was like midnight, 12:30. And then you got a drug test in the next morning. They come and get you for the drug test at like 4 a.m. Dude, so like, and then on top of it, like you got to think there's so many guys like they're at the combine. So if everybody's getting drug tested at 4, you're like, yo, I either got to go earlier, or later. So like a couple of us guys were like, yo, the guys that did the day before, they're like, yo, you got to go down early. And shoot, I'll never forget. We went down. I was down there at like 3:40, and I was like the 8th person down there.
Oh, bro.
And it was just like crazy, but like guys were just waiting. Like, and it's just, you know what I mean? And then you got to go do your field work at like 9. Like it was crazy. Like, but like that's like the type of stuff that like goes on like around
Who
like
makes
the combine.
those decisions on the combine?
That's a great question.
Man, I don't even know. I want to say it's like the league, like
the NFLPA. Actually, if the NFLPA made it, they would be doing it to help.
Yeah, they wouldn't do it the opposite way.
I feel like it's got to be the owners or something that dictate that schedule. But
everything's about the money too. Like I know a lot of the like they want it now. They're making it public. Like the combine's open to the public.
Right.
I know they like sell tickets and stuff.
It's like your zoo animals.
So so like that's gonna make them freaking like they're doing it later. So like in that like I know that gets even the schedule more messed up because then like guys will just have meetings all day and then it's like boom, you got to go on the field and do a workout.
See, I don't like that, bro. Because I also heard that they don't give you time to really warm up. Like they're like, yo, go run, basically or essentially. Like I mean, that's why Xavier Worthy running that time is actually crazy because like you don't get a lot of time to go do what you got to do. So I'm curious, like when you're about to go run your 40, like how much time are they giving you to warm up to go run?
I mean, shoot, I want to say it was like you maybe got like 15, 20 minutes. Like you know what I mean? It's
like not enough though.
Like like I think you need a lot more than that.
Right.
But. Yeah, so like that whole experience is just it's a lot.
Did you meet with Pittsburgh at all, like at the combine, or when was the first time you heard from Pittsburgh? Because you obviously got drafted.
Yeah, the first time I actually talked to Mike T, it was Mike T and Kevin Colbert. He was the GM at the time.
Yeah. It
was at the Senior Bowl, and they were the only team I actually talked to at the Senior Bowl, which is sort of ironic how like then like they ended up like drafting me. You know what I mean? But and at the combine, I didn't talk to any teams at the combine. I didn't have no interviews. Like, you know, like usually like for the interviews, you would go to a hotel room. It would be like a suite. And then there's like the whole staff's in there, you know, and like that's how like teams would do their things. But I didn't have none of them.
Wow.
So like Mike T and them, that was the first time. And like even Mike T, it's funny you talking about tackles. Like, because Mike T was just like.
He probably loved that, bro.
Oh, he was just like, man, you made a hell of a lot of tackles in college. Like, how'd you do it? You know, he just wants to. Mike T just wants to talk ball.
Right.
So that's what's like awesome.
That's cool, man.
Mike T.
I hear that so often with you guys, like you and Christian, and then also every NFL guy we've had on here. Y'all love Mike T. Like that's your goat. And I ain't gonna lie, that's my goat in terms of wanting to coach one day. Like that's who I look up to because he's a guy who loves the history of football too, which is pretty cool.
Oh man, that dude loves ball.
He's a junkie.
Like, he's a football junkie.
For real?
Yeah, like the biggest I've ever seen.
Yeah,
like he knows every player, coach, everything from back when he was watching as a kid. Like he'll talk about stories when he was a kid. He's like, I was in my room, I was like 10 years old watching this game on Monday, whatever, like Monday Night Football, and he remembers like exact plays and moments of like football games from like 30 years ago.
That's crazy.
Yeah, nah, it definitely coming back after being here, then like leaving, coming back, like it's made me appreciate like Mike T so much more. Just like in meetings and just like everything he does, I'm really just watching him and like how he interacts with guys. Like, cause I want to be a coach too,
Right.
you know, and so like I try to take a lot of the stuff he's doing, you know what I mean, just for when it's my time to transition to that. Like that's what I'll do. And like I'm writing down all his quotes in the meetings because they're like hilarious, you know. But they got like anything that man says, they're like he makes you fully believe it. Like that thing he said the other day is sort of hilarious, talking about like the hot dog ingredients or whatever. Like he says something, it started blowing up. But like I don't know what that means, but like I'm ready to run through a brick wall. Like you know what I mean? Like, that's like, I don't know what he was talking about with the hot dog thing and the ingredients. But man, I was ready to go. It got me fired up. But like,
I was thinking about that. Does it mean like the ingredients to a hot dog is like very simple? So is the metaphor like it's a simple hot dog, but you won't like the ingredients. So like I don't know. Maybe
I missed
I'm
it.
confused.
I gotta see
honest,
what he said.
I think what he be saying is kind of like that painting behind Vinny's head. It's like it's left for your interpretation.
Take it how you leave it.
Take it how you leave it, and then however you take it, is how you know what I mean, to get you to the next level.
Yeah, 100%.
I can't give you all the ingredients to the hot dog. You might not like it. Oh, that's like the old saying that's like, you know, you don't want to
See how the sausage. is
yeah,
made.
you don't want to see how the sausage is made.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Hey,
He's saying that there's a lot more that goes into it than
that
what's
got me
on the
fired up.
outside.
That got me fired up.
it got me fired up too.
Or it means something totally different.
Yeah, I mean,
You got drafted to Pittsburgh at like one of the best times too.
Oh
I
man,
feel like the Bell, Brown, Ben. I mean, what was that like? I mean, you guys were loaded. Playoff wins in Kansas
I can't believe
City.
we didn't win a Super Bowl. That's why I'm most disappointed. You know
I know.
I thought like it was cool the rookie year.
Right.
We went to the AFC Championship, lost to the Patriots in New England.
In New England, got pounded.
Yeah, and it just that was bad.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. There was a moment in that game where I thought it was awesome, but we were getting our ass kicked.
Yeah.
You know, they started playing Bon Jovi.
Oh.
They show the
Damn.
Jumbotron. They got Gronk in the suite with Bon Jovi singing.
Wow.
And the place just went nuts, and we were getting killed, and I was loving that moment. I was like, yo, look at that. That is so cool. I look at the scoreboard. I'm like, damn, we're losing by freaking 30. Like, but that was awesome.
Dude, and your linebacker room in Pittsburgh was like James Harrison was still on the team.
Oh,
I mean,
man,
your
we
linebacker
had-
room was crazy.
The
Shea.
linebacker shoot, it was James Harrison. You had Bud, Jarvis Jones. People forget about Jarvis Jones. That dude
Crazy.
I know, like, he didn't translate like he did in college, but when he was coming out, his college highlights is like a video game.
OD, yeah.
He went crazy. But linebackers, you had Shazier, Timmons, Law Dog.
Wow.
Law Dog was flying around. You had Will Gay was out there. And D-line was crazy, too, because they had Cam was still there, but you had Tuitt. Hargrave was out there. It was crazy.
You had some guys.
Some guys. There was just some dudes. And that in 17 though, that was the year I really thought we had that first round bye. I thought we were going to the Super Bowl.
Oh wow.
We had that first round bye. We lost to Jacksonville.
At home.
That was the first game. It was like a shootout. But yeah, Blake Bortles. Yeah.
Wow.
Did you come into the league thinking like you were gonna play linebacker, or did you know like, listen, not that you obviously don't play linebacker, but I'm saying like teams is gonna be my bread and butter. Like, did you know that, or did you kind of come into the league like, I made 400 plus tackles in college, like I'm gonna play linebacker, I'm gonna be a starter, I'm gonna be linebacker, or like, did you buy into the team shit right away? Because obviously you're one of, he's
9
one of the
years
best
in the
special
NFL, dude.
team players in the world. I'm not trying
true.
to blow him right now, but he is. So I mean, he's made a career out of it, dude. I mean, you guys,
No pause.
Man.
yeah, no pause,
No pause.
absolutely no pause, but none. But seriously, did you think like you were gonna be starting linebacker coming in, Timmons, like whatever, or did you?
Yeah, no, I mean, right when I came in, I felt like real quick, I figured it out. Like, just looking at the room, I'm like, it's Shazier and Timmons. And then I was like, even after them, they have Vince Williams. Like, he's that third guy going in. And I know we only play two. So real early on, I figured out, like, man, if I want to play that's how it's going to be. And it's funny, Mike T, when I was a rookie, Mike T said to me, he was just like, Dirty Red, you want to make the team, you got to get a helmet on punt. Like, that was his exact words. And honestly, right at that moment, just taking that and seeing how the room was shaped, like, it's pretty easy to figure it out. But I mean, shoot, like, you'll tell these guys, like, just that role, like, you can make such a career out of just doing teams.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Being a 4-core teamer, and guys don't want to do it.
Right.
Which absolutely blows my mind.
Good for us.
Like, yeah, it's more for us. You know what I mean? More for me and you. Like, shoot, you don't want to do it?
Yeah.
Man, I'm not saying anything. I'm stepping right up
Please.
doing
Yeah.
that. Like,
Please.
you know? Like, let me do everything. Like,
That's what's crazy to me about, like, we get into training camp or OTA settings, and some college guys, obviously they were the dudes in college, but they get to, like, OTAs and settings, and, you know, guys like this are taking reps and OTAs on punt. It's like, bro, why are you letting the 9-year vet who's been doing it get the reps? Like, he'll give you the reps. Go tap him out. And they'll just stand on the sidelines and watch. I'm like, dude, they're just missing.
I ain't gonna lie, that Danny Smith got to be your right hand man. If you're somebody who's like a rookie, like, you got to go in there and be like, yo, like, what do I got to do to get here? Because that's what my rookie minicamp, that's the first thing they told us was like, you're not playing over Minka Fitzpatrick. You're just not. You're not playing over the starting receiver. You're just not. So you better find a way. And when Mike T said that, bro, I feel like everybody at that point in time, at least for the rookie minicamp, they were all like, how can we get on special teams? You know what I mean?
yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, shoot, like, that's a lot of the guys, like, best friends is, like, Danny Smith. Like, he's got to be.
Did he give you a hard time as a rookie? Like, you know how he
Oh, yeah.
But rookies get it
he's
bad.
not a fan. Danny Smith, I love Danny Smith to death. I'll go to the grave for that
100%.
guy. For whatever reason, you're a young buck. If you're a rookie, he doesn't like you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I kind
Like,
of got that.
he just doesn't like you to the point where, like,
it's like
rookies are like, man, like,
I hate him.
I hate this dude. Like, I hate this
Damn,
dude.
really?
Like, yeah. And it's just
crazy.
like, you laugh because you're just like, hey, bro, it's just because you're a rookie. Like, it will get better. And they're like, nah, man. Like, like, I'm not doing this shit. Like, fuck this dude. Like, I hate this dude. I'm a grown man. He's embarrassing me.
Did you get that or no? Like, as
You
a
know
rookie?
what's crazy is I try to really remember, like, if I did, like, think back, and I don't think he really gave me, like, a lot of shit, you know? Like, I remember my second game, like, we played the Bengals, and, like, I remember I was tripping a little bit out there on punt, you know what I mean? Like, maybe leaving the long snapper out to dry a little bit, and they were just like, yo, don't do this shit ever again, or, like, you're coming off. And I remember, like, I was like, bet. Like, and I just did exactly what I had to do. And, like, I don't know. I feel like when you make plays, like, the more plays you make too,
Right.
like, coaches sort of, like, right away, they're just like, all right, like, they're not going to give you a hard time. And I just felt like I came in, like, right away, like doing my thing on teams, like, making plays. So, like, Danny was sort of cool with me.
What do you think is the most difficult special teams, like, position?
Man, honestly, they're all super hard. Like, everyone, I was just talking about that. It's funny you asked that with Peyton Wilson.
Okay.
Like, playing slot on punt, like, you're having to block sometimes pass rushers, you know, and he's a linebacker having a pass rusher rushing on the edge. So, like, slot sometimes on punt, like, guard, you're inside, you're getting double, like, there's every position has its, like, dog shit to it.
Right.
Like, every position has something to it that's like, damn, that guy's in the blender this week because, like, he's got a hard job. So I couldn't answer what the hardest is.
I mean, it's definitely I think every position's got its own thing. You
Right.
know? Like you're saying with, like, those slots, like, those guys will have, like, the D-end outside linebackers. So, like, just imagine you go from one time having, like, a core special teamer, and then the next rep you get out there and it's freaking Max Crosby.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Better
like,
cut that man.
Like, like TJ. Like, the other teams, like,
No, I'm not
if
dealing with
we
that.
ever
I
go
know that.
defense stay, you know, like, TJ's out there. Like, I know these guys, like, every time, like, Cleveland goes defense stay, like, those wings will see you like miles, like Garrett. You know what I mean? So, like, pick your poison. You know he's about to hit you with some sort of move.
Something crazy.
I mean, corners, like, if you're getting doubled out there at corners,
I was just about to say,
The
like,
jammers
gunners.
and the
like,
gunners.
four hands, like, bro, they get four hands on you in the league.
No, it's ugly.
It's over.
You ever see, like, the highlights of that? Like, jammers just messing the gunners up, throwing them out of bounds. There's two people on them, one's pushing his head.
Dude, they like invite you. They'll like
Oh.
they'll make space in between them. They'll invite you to take a split and come inside, and once you're done.
I'll never forget, man. The Jammers, they invite you.
Invite you.
My buddy was a rookie, and he was in Latrobe. We had Friday Night Lights. Friday Night Lights was his first practice. Dude just showed up, 6'3" corner, right? A defense, had 2 picks, going crazy. Get to the special teams period, and on Friday Night Lights, like you're competing,
Right?
Like at the high school, you're competing out there. And it was 2 vets. Coach Steve's were standing right next to him. He's just like, "We about to see what you got, young buck." 2 dudes, 2 vets. He called the 2 vets up. They got wide, invited him inside. Young buck thought he could take the split inside. They got 4 hands on him and like picked him up and like put him on his back. And the whole time I'm going, "Don't take it, don't take it." Oh, he took it. I'm like, "Oh no!" And you just know, like, you know it's over. Like once they get 4 hands on
That's
you,
so
like,
demoralizing.
oh, demoralizing.
Oh, dude.
You're a grown man.
I feel like there's no real
you can't
technique
do
for that.
anything.
Yeah,
You're
because
flailing.
first you're mad that you're in that
There's
position.
some like moves and stuff, technique moves. Like I feel like gunners work on. That's probably the hardest position, honestly. If you're getting doubled out there, that'll answer your
Like, what
question.
technique are you doing against 4 hands, though?
I think you guys are severely underestimating my people. Okay, us holders, we have a lot of weight on our shoulders. Okay,
You're right.
That's true.
That's not easy.
I just got no.
You're
That's true, that's true.
you're dead ass though. Like holding is no joke. Like
It's difficult.
people think you could just come like I could be a holder. I could go in and hold. No, you can't.
Scotty Miller filling in the other.
Scotty
couple
Miller
weeks
filled
ago.
in, yeah.
Listen,
But like
that was, I gotta say, that Scotty thing. Scotty killed it. But man, if people saw right before he ran out on the field, the last snap, the practice snap that he got on the sidelines, my man's hands were shaking. The ball came, it was flipped sideways. He's trying to get it. The laces were facing us,
dude.
And the next thing you know, that you just hear him scream like, "Scotty, let's go!" And he just ran out there,
dude.
and there was like 10 of us just standing right there watching the snap. We were just like, "Oh, let's go, Scotty!" Like shit,
Just
like
put
you
it down, bro.
Please just get it down.
Wow.
and another thing, like
killed
Boz is so good too. Like
Sure.
he can tell by how like he knew he was gonna. He likes the ball like towards his nose, like leaning in and almost straight up and down. So like he could tell by how the ball is placed and how the holder's holding it,
Right.
like how he needs to kick it. So like he knew, like if that was a longer field goal, we probably wouldn't have even kicked it. I don't think.
Yeah.
That's
Like,
crazy.
it was so close that we knew Boz could be like, okay, it's going to be tilted this way. I'm just going to angle my foot a different way and kick it, which is crazy to think about because he has a 1.2
I'm about to say, like,
seconds to
that's nuts.
kick that
That
thing.
is nuts, dude.
So
That's not. No, that's actually crazy, bro. Because
Yeah.
like that's not a lot of time to be like, oh, I got to kick it this way.
no.
That's crazy.
No, it's
No.
split second, dude.
Did you see that game last night?
yeah.
Cincy and Washington?
Mm.
No punts. No punts
Crazy.
for either team.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's ever happened.
Have you ever been a part of a game with no punt? You played in Buffalo, so you might have.
Yeah, I think there was a
I think there
couple.
was one.
No, there was.
I was
yeah.
gonna say because
wanna
I was
say.
watching. I'm like, these dudes never punt.
I think there was one against the Steelers.
Oh,
It was-
probably went up to Buffalo.
mean,
That,
Yeah.
I'm not even
2
like.
years ago we got our ass kicked.
Yeah.
I mean, 1-7. Yeah, he gets you.
Kenny was
at
out
least
there
gets
trying to
you
wrestle
midfield. And then, like, you know what I mean? That's,
Right.
Bass would be kicking, so it's
What was
like a different game.
No, for sure.
sometimes or something.
what was that like? I mean, obviously you were with Ben, and then you went to Josh Allen, who people are like, he's similar to Ben. He's such a freak athlete. He's got a gunslinger arm. Like, how cool was that going to see like Ben in his older years, and then going to a young Josh Allen who's like,
Coming up.
top of his career.
Yeah, no. It's funny. I think that's like a comparison a lot of people give Josh.
Mm-hmm.
Like I hear a lot of people say he's like a young Ben, and I just feel like that's true. You know,
Right.
like Josh is a competitor. The dude could sling it, and then at the same time he could run. He might run you over. You know what I mean?
Might jump over you.
Yeah, might jump over you. Like pick your poison. So I think he is such a unique player. Like
Yeah.
So I feel like he's just like Ben. You know, like Ben was able to change the game, and he could just. I love like when Ben would just. There would come a point in time during the season where like you knew Big Ben would just like hit the switch. It was like go time. Like even if you started slow, like those early in 16 and 17 when I played with him, like when we had those good teams, like we lost early on,
Right.
and then it was just like he hit a switch after like the first 4 games, and it was just like, yo, let's go. And like he would, and it was crazy. I feel like I haven't really seen like that mentality. Like since I feel like I see a little bit of it in Josh, and I mean especially like now,
Yeah,
like I
right.
feel like Josh is playing with a lot more confidence
Right.
than he ever has, which is crazy because he's done some crazy things.
Yeah.
But nah, Ben was different.
Spectacular. Yeah.
Like it would be 4th and 1. You know, now like teams would run it. Like Big Ben's throwing it to AB in double coverage, and AB's coming down with it, and you're just like, bro, what? Like that doesn't make no sense. Like, what are you guys doing?
Yeah, that's crazy.
So like, yeah, like Big Ben like always has a spot, you know.
I like that.
Big Ben, yeah. I've only had 1 year to play with him, and then the other year I was on the P squad. But I'd sit there and watch practice, and I'm telling you, he would be looking this way, throwing an out route this way. Like he'd be looking off the safety this way and throwing the ball that way. I'm like, dude, what is going on? Like, how's he doing that?
Oh man, yeah. We used to try to like, we used to love like, and he would. Big Ben was crazy in the sense of he would just take risks, you know what I mean, in practice and stuff, and would always try to like see if he could like squeeze it in like past the defender and stuff. And like sometimes like when you would pick him, he would get pissed off. He hated that, but like that, and because then you start talking shit to him, and like that was honestly low key. That was one of my like favorite things. Is like if we were able to like even a tip ball, bro, we would start talking so much shit. Like
who used to get under Ben's skin at practice more than anybody? Like there's always that one guy.
Always.
The QB always hates that one DB.
I wouldn't know. He would.
I would say like it was really like. More so coaches.
Oh, really?
Like, yeah, because, like, when I was first there, like, one of my boys, I was always chilling with him, was, like, Peasy, Joey Porter.
Yeah.
So, like, chilling with, like, Peasy and stuff. Peasy played with Ben.
Yeah.
So, like,
he would go at him.
He would, like, they would be going at it on the sidelines.
Man.
You know what I mean? So
it's legendary shit
like,
right there.
Like, you were talking, like, guys talking shit. Like, that's what I love, too. And Mike T is petty as hell. So, Mike T loves that shit. Like, right? Am I wrong?
Petty,
like,
dude.
once you started talking
That's
shit.
funny, dude.
Like, Mike T's over there. Like with his toothpick, with his smile on his face.
Yeah.
And, like he is so happy right now. Like he
great.
loves that shit.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, so like that's what I'd have to say.
I didn't expect that.
No, that's actually hilarious.
I mean, it
bro.
makes sense. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like he's literally, like, when he was playing, he was probably the guy that got under the QB's skin in a game or in practice. Like, that, he just knew how to talk.
Yeah, he was
Like,
fighting guys before the game.
Oh, every time.
He was fighting guys.
The Cleveland game.
Have you ever gotten into like a fight before the game on the 50? Because you know how everybody
the
warms
long
up.
snapper, dude?
No, I'm not. When he was playing at Duquesne.
Oh, okay.
When he was playing at Duquesne.
No,
Come on.
no, I haven't. We've
Not
had
even
some
at
like
Duquesne?
no fights, some like little like interactions, like shit talking.
You got
scuffles,
you at the
but
50. You
yeah,
stand
no,
at the 50 to let
no
him know.
real like scuffles.
How many sacks do you have again?
31 and a half.
31 and a half.
Sacks.
I always got.
That was in
added.
1 year or 2 years?
That was 3 years
Okay.
Is that still the record?
at Duquesne. Yeah,
No stat.
That's
That's a record?
It's the record. At
Then
Duquesne.
explain yourself right now. You got to explain yourself.
Yeah, it's the record. I set the record in my senior year, and then it was the conference record as well. And I held that for a little bit, and then a guy that got drafted by Tampa, Cam Gill, he's a good ball player. He's still down there. He broke it. He played for Wagner. I think he had like 34 sacks. It was bound to get broke. That's what records are for.
Now,
We actually, me and this dude have actually won the same award, an ECAC award. You were a senior, I was a junior. I flew up to MetLife to go to this award ceremony. You didn't make it, but you won it for the FBS level, and I won it for the FCS level. It was the Eastern Collegiate Athletic Conference. ECAC was a banquet, and they put your highlight tape on, and I was licking my chops. I'm like, I'm coming for that guy's job next year, knowing he was going to get drafted in that. But I remember before they announced me, and then the next guy to win was the FBS award. It was Dirty Red.
Really?
Yeah.
so where does this name Dirty Red come from?
Yeah, we need to hear that.
Man, that was Mike T. So,
Oh, man.
so they were calling me when I first came here. It was always Mike T. When I first came here, everyone was just calling me Red, like the first weekend, and he just was like, "Man, I don't want to call you Red. I don't like that. I gotta call you something else." So you call me like Dirty Red, and like literally
Stuck.
it just stuck to the point where like there's referees now throughout the league that like know me as Dirty Red, like, and they were actually doing our game today. Like literally, I just hear like Dirty Red, like what happened? And I
Dude.
started like walking over to him and stuff like that. And he's calling his buddy, who's at like he was like the center judge. He came running over and stuff just because like they remember like rookie year in Latrobe. Like Mike T calling me Dirty Red. Everyone's screaming Dirty Red. They're like, man, I love this guy. And, like that's what they tell me every year. It's fucking hilarious.
What does your wife think of being called Dirty Red.
The guys in Buffalo started calling her Mrs. Dirty Red.
Does she hate it?
Bro, nah, she's embraced it. Like I'm talking, like we went to one of my buddies' wedding out in Scottsdale, and like I'm looking, I don't see Tyler, I don't see Shannon, like I don't see like Gray, like her last name, like I don't see anything. Don't see Matakevich. I'm like, bro, do we not have seats? And literally, you see the Dirty Reds, like Mr. and Mrs. Dirty Red, like table 7.
That's so great, dude.
Fully embraced it.
That's crazy.
That's unbelievable. Everybody, when we joined Practice Buffalo, everyone was Dirty Red. Like,
Really?
I don't know. I don't think I've heard anyone call him Tyler.
So you're Dirty Red for life.
Dirty Red for life. One of the coaches who used to always have me dying laughing was Todd Haley.
Okay.
Todd Haley, when he was here.
Yeah, you told me this.
He used to call me, like, every day would be something filthy or different. He'd be like filthy red, like dirty red, like whatever it was. He would just call me something different every time. And he would love it. And I'd be like, whatever you want to call me, Hayes. Like,
Whatever keeps me in this locker room.
Please, keep me around. You call me wherever the hell you want. Just keep me here.
So, like, what was that difference? Like, you being in Buffalo, you play with my brother, DeMar Hamlin. You play with a bunch of guys, Dane Jackson, a couple of my friends.
Great Dane.
Great Dane, yeah.
Great Dane.
D-Jack. But ultimately, like, what was the difference in locker rooms? Because you said you had an experience that you left the Steelers and then you came back to the Steelers. So you went to Buffalo, and you're back on the Steelers. What's the difference in locker rooms? Like, I know you say Mike T, but everybody say Mike T. Like, what's the biggest difference?
I would just say, like, up in Buffalo, too, it's different than in Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh, throughout the city, guys are all over, you know what I mean, spread out. In Buffalo, farthest guy from you at most is 20 minutes.
Oh, wow.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like nobody, everyone's close to the facilities type thing.
Right.
So that just makes it a lot easier to do stuff outside,
Right.
just because once guys leave the facility here, you got guys coming up here to Wexford, going to Cranberry, then guys in the Strip.
Right.
Like we're in North Hills, like so guys will just I feel like all over.
Yeah.
But nah, dude, it's crazy. Just like the camaraderie, like it's the same everywhere, but it's got its own. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's got its own. Every team is different.
Yeah.
Like it's different personalities, different groups, but at the end of the day, it's always the same.
It's all the same. Everyone's
You know what I
playing
mean?
Boo-Ray.
Everyone's playing cards.
Yeah.
They're all degenerates. Like everyone gels. Everyone's got the same hobbies outside of football. So it's always just funny.
I feel like Florida guys were just the craziest dudes overall. Florida or Alabama guys, how they speak, how they act is just funny to me.
We have
I don't
some
know why.
interesting characters. I mean, every team has interesting characters, but they're all like we have a really good locker room. I feel like good dudes, like solid people.
Yeah.
Just some characters, like funny ass dudes, man.
Character, not even trying to be characters. Like, you know what I mean? They're just naturally being themselves, and you're just like, bro, where are you from? Like, you like can't be a real person. You know what I mean?
There's no way.
Hard Knocks is this year, right?
Wow, I forgot about that.
So what does that look like? Have you ever been a part of a team with Hard
I've actually never been.
So like,
never
do you
been
guys
hard,
are you being briefed on like what that's gonna look like, or do you think you'll just show up one day and there's cameras there and you're just like got to go about your
They
business?
gotta tell us, right?
I don't know.
I would like to.
Yeah.
Hope they tell us. Just because I'm gonna have to clean up my act a little bit. If there's cameras.
I'm definitely gonna have to clean up my
cameras
act.
everywhere. We got to be careful. You know what I mean? What's said?
What's your biggest What's your biggest thing that you think that show's gonna highlight that people probably don't know about the Steelers?
It's just gonna amplify Mike T and like how unbelievable, how unreal he is with players and coaches holding everybody in that building accountable. I think it's gonna highlight like our superstar players, TJ, obviously, Justin, Russ, Cam. Like it's gonna show like the
Christian.
everyday that these guys go through.
Dude,
It's gonna be pretty cool.
The long snapper,
The long
dude. This is
snapper.
I think
Cool.
if they're overlooking your story and
It's crazy.
you being in that locker room, I'm just saying, if you're watching this right now and you're planning for Hard Knocks and you guys already have got your and you don't got this man in
Top
the
of the
lineup,
list.
Come on.
dude,
It's crazy.
I'm just saying.
We're all gonna get our time. There's gonna be a time where something funny's gonna happen. They're putting cameras in every room.
Yeah.
Every game we go to, I see a 46 jersey.
Yeah.
Every game.
Every
There's only
game?
a couple guys.
Really?
Yeah, every game though.
Mhm.
There, you see someone with a 46 jersey.
I have family that come to every game. But we do need to get those jersey sales up.
That was my number.
In
My
college?
rookie- no, here.
Oh, college.
Oh, really?
Eight.
When I first came here,
It was 46.
they gave me during training camp. I got pictures.
Wow.
It was 46.
You don't deserve.
And
to
then
wear
once
that.
the season started, I had to change it to 44. But I was 46.
44.
Training camp.
44 is like I feel like a better linebacker number, like
Yeah.
more an athletic number. It's a good long snap. 46 is a good long snapper number. I feel like it's an athletic
Dude,
number.
so
Solid.
we launched the Instagram for the show, and one of the first things I did was I went through and followed as many long snappers as I could find in the league. A lot of you guys wear 46.
Yeah.
Why?
I feel like because linebackers don't want to wear 46, so like for us to get a 40 number would be like we'll take it, whatever,
Right.
because it makes you look a little more athletic. I feel like.
Was that the only number you could get?
Yeah, I mean I wasn't gonna go in. I was actually number 99 when I first signed in 19.
You didn't want like 92 or like something like that?
Like
Or like
92.
43?
Yeah, I wish 43.
You can wear any number now. I feel like you should just
You think I should request 43?
Ben 7.
I'll be
Just 7 at long.
I'll be on my couch if I go in and request 43.
You know what I wish for the Steelers? That you guys got renovations to your side of the building. And the only reason why I say that is because y'all ain't got to speak on it, but I can because I don't play for them. I've been in the Steelers side and I've been to the Pitt side. I played at Pitt. Our side looks amazing. You go to their side, they're still back in 1978.
Yeah, with all their trophies.
It's
Trey.
big trophies. Don't get it twisted, but goddamn, bro, you got them
Culture.
trophies.
Got
That money
6 of
come with
them.
it.
Yeah, that's.
Look at their faces right now.
I'm grateful to be there. The
Wouldn't want to
facility's
be
great.
anywhere else.
Yeah, seriously, they redid the weight room. The weight room's great. You know, we have everything we need.
Yeah, smoothie machine. A smoothie
Yeah. You have a
smoothie
station
machine?
now? Or station, smoothie station.
It's
Man,
a
they had that
football
when I
one.
was there.
Oh, okay.
It's a football facility. What do we need? Do we need TVs in our
Yeah.
locker to pull out? Like,
Right.
Yeah,
on,
tell
like,
us.
I don't need-
Tell
I don't
us.
need. We
Fucking
don't
What
need-
do we need, Trey?
You know?
Okay, I mean, shit.
We're just
okay.
there for practice meetings.
Yeah,
and then you're gone.
Come on, we're not
Practice
living
meetings.
there. It's
Out of there.
Trey.
It's not like college. You know, in college you're like stuck there.
With that nil money.
nil.
No.
Who called that Ross?
Yeah. No, what did he say? Nib or
Rusty.
something.
He said
Nil.
Neil. He
Did he
said
say
Neil.
Neil?
He said a new Neil.
That was
I said,
funny.
you
Did
mean
you play?
NIL?
Did you play with Ross? Ventura?
Rusty was my locker buddy when
Wow,
I first
man.
came here during OTAs. His locker was right next to me.
I'm sure you got some stories about
I
that.
got a Benson University. I helped out in one of his videos. He used
Really?
to do those
You did?
videos. Yeah.
You
when
did?
Oh, you're
the
in
Nova
one.
videos. He did one. We did like we
Easy.
literally went to like one of the parks with like the hockey. We were doing like the hockey.
Green
He-
Tree.
He was in the goal. He was in goal. He did like the flying V and stuff. Bro,
Yeah, dude.
that was
I know
the
exactly what
first
video
time.
you're talking about.
Oh, bro,
Chickalo,
it was
Chickalo.
electric. Yeah, Chickalo was in it. I think Dangerfield was in it.
How is he pitching these ideas to you guys? Like,
I don't-
hey guys, I know you're busy.
But
Dude, he's one of the most. That's a prime example of just like guys in the locker room. Like that guy is one of a fucking kind.
Yeah,
Like they don't
yeah.
make anybody like Benson,
They
Rusty
don't make
Benson. Like he's nuts.
Yeah.
It's just like his personality being there with like other guys. Like it's hilarious.
He was in here 2 weeks ago.
Oh,
He was spectacular
Yeah,
Man.
he's just
and that's him all the
different,
time.
all the time.
All the time. He's just like a classic dude. Just
Yeah.
just says whatever the hell he wants. Like
He's
got so many
authentic.
stories.
Yeah.
They played Villanova played Temple, didn't they? Wasn't he talking about that?
Yeah, we
That
used to.
was
Yeah,
before
yeah.
your
I don't think
time.
they do anymore.
Yeah.
They did my freshman year.
Because
That
they're
was
the only
last year.
they're the only schools in Philly like that.
Yeah.
Right. That have a football. Because then the next closest thing would be like Penn State
think so.
to Philly, like a big school.
Yeah, yeah.
Or
That's
Rutgers,
in PA.
Rutgers, I guess.
Yeah, but that's in Jersey.
Why don't you guys have a bigger rivalry over there between Temple and Penn State? Because how many times you guys really play? Like,
They play every. You guys play a lot.
Nah, not every year. They played them. We played them like 3 times when I was there.
Okay.
I just think it was just because like Temple people forget like they were in the Big East. They got kicked out of the Big East.
Yeah.
And then they got like brought back in, and then like my freshman year was their last year in the Big East, which is sort of crazy. And then it went to like the AAC,
right.
the American Athletic Conference. But honestly, like I don't know, like they had it with Villanova for a while,
Yeah.
and I know they played every year for like a little Phillies like cup.
Right.
They used to call it Philadelphia Cup or something. But yeah, that stuff's always. I think it's all like where the money is.
Right.
You know,
right.
like how they gonna make more money.
Right.
That's all it is now.
Yeah, and especially now, yeah, shit. I feel like that's all they care about.
If you were in college, what would be the first NIL deal you'd be doing? You could do some sort of like beard.
Yeah, he
Dude, I
could
think,
Manscaped.
I think I'd have like a big red gum commercial.
Oh,
You know,
Dude,
come on.
you
you should.
Sexy
kidding
Red
me?
doing a big red commercial would
Bruh.
go crazy.
Crazy.
Come on.
Crazy.
You know?
It would be good.
2 years ago, I did what's called Talladega Nights for Halloween, and I had a big red gum with a
That's good,
costume.
That's a good one.
What are some other reds we could get in this?
Man,
Trippy red, I guess.
Yeah,
Trippy
dude.
red.
No, dude, this collab is getting
It's
so
crazy.
good.
we just thought of a great idea.
I
You'd
think
be,
so.
Yeah, you'd be killer family. Can you rap?
I feel like you can.
I got bars.
No, you don't.
Jesse, hit
Come
it.
on.
Jesse,
Put a
what,
beat on Jesse.
Jesse's due. I know he's due. What question you got for Dirty Red over here? I know you
Yeah,
always got a good one. He always got a
Jesse,
good
do
one.
you have a
Ooh.
mic on you?
Yes, I do. I do.
Is it attached to Swing's camera that's not in here?
No, he said I'm still recording.
Okay,
so
great.
We should be
Just wanted
good.
to make sure before you talk.
Well, I guess we'll see, right?
Hit him, baby.
What's like who's like your favorite tackle? Like you made a play on somebody, like it could be like a Brady,
That's a
or
great
it could
one.
be somebody random. Like who's your guy where you're
Good
like,
question.
yeah, I got that dude. And it could be like a friend of yours, like something random.
Yeah. I mean, a guy that I thought was like awesome, like was my rookie year, like tackling like Pac-Man Jones.
Dude.
When he was
crazy.
in Cincy,
That's
and
sick.
stuff like that. Yeah, that was like one of
That's
my
a
first
great
tackles.
answer.
That was my first tackle.
Oh, that's
Was on
crazy.
him.
Wow.
So like I got like, because in the facility after like the games, they put up all these pictures up throughout the week, like from the past game, and that was like one of the big ones. So that's at like the
Did you
house
get him
and stuff.
good? Did you get like a good lick on him? Did you get him good?
I
or
got,
not?
I got a good tackle, good solo tackle. You know what I mean? Hardest one's the first one.
You're right.
You know, so I
Yeah.
gotta get the first one.
So it wasn't like one of my traditional push him out of bounds.
Nah.
They still count.
Listen, they do count.
100%,
And
Christian, what
every
happened
one
to
of
you,
them
dog?
counts.
Dog, I turned 30.
Okay,
No, that's
respect.
real.
That's real. That's
Once
respect.
you hit that 3-0, body feels a little different.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm over here rubbing my shoulder on every episode, and I podcast for a living, dude. I'm 33.
From holding the mic.
Yeah, dude. I click a lot. Okay, that shit hurts after
Hey,
a while.
Arthritis.
Carpal tunnel.
You know, come on.
Yeah, this is some serious stuff, dude.
Well,
Put me
Red,
on
I don't
hour.
want to keep you that long on our off day. I appreciate you coming in. Like, share, subscribe, smash the subscribe button.
Bang.
Dirty Red episode. Tune in. Catch you next time.
Hey.